Hello, Tom. This is Randy. I'm going to try to just do a video and make it simple if I can. This is a separate driveway that comes into what I call the equipment shed. And I'll just go through things and talk so that we don't take up a lot of writing space. This building that we're going to look at first is 50 by 100. And it has the 3 overhead garage doors with electric. We're going to come into the heated area. This I use as a wash bay and storage. There's the door that you come into. This is insulated, well insulated. It has the blue board and then blown in foam, or blown in insulation up above that. I heat it actually, believe it or not, with this little wood stove. There's plenty of wood on this property. This is a shop that you can just keep very nice. It's well equipped. Has a full bathroom in here. That has a electric furnace up above that heats that in another room in here. But this is just kind of a nice little tiled bathroom that we put in. With easy to clean with a stool and then a shower, just if there's a need there. Just a nice little shower with your utility space back here with a pressure tank and hot water heater. It's a variable speed pump on here. It has its own well and its own electrical service, and it is also set up for generators. So we have had where there's been a power outage and we've come down here and hooked up the generator and showered and that type of thing. This is a little, what I use just as an office. I'll explain what I've used them for. This is just a little office in this area that you can use. There's a map of the whole properties. And then I had a workout room back here that actually worked really nice, and use it mainly in the winter, not in the summer. This is heated with an electric furnace as well. So that's what we've just done in here. The building is all sheeted with cedar on the outside. As you can tell, this is a knotty pine on the inside. The doors, just well constructed, good heavy doors that were custom built for in here. I put windows in when I acquired the property. Went through and put all the windows in. Not a real high-end window, but they work very well for in here, and they're screened and whatnot. And then this has just a little deck out here off the office, and then this just overviews the pasture. As you can see, I got rid of the cattle. I think I had a picture in there of the grass-fed low-line Angus beef, and we'll talk about that building next. But we have this split rail fence, which is a black locust rail with a hemlock, or black locust post with a hemlock rail. I'll show you a 6-year-old piece of that post that was in the ground. We shipped that from out of state, brought them in by semi-loads. I don't know, there's 3, 4, or 2 or 3 miles of fencing, a lot anyhow. So there's a nice trail, lighted trail that heads up to the house. The house is directly over that way to the south, so I can't see it through the trees. You can in the winter when the leaves are off, of course. We'll move back this way, back into the heated storage. Just for grins, here's a picture of those cattle that we raised. These were my grandkids showing them, and just had a lot of fun. Just a beautiful, all-natural animal. Here's this post. The gentleman that built the place had some of this fencing that he brought with him from an area, and that's how I got educated about it. And that's what it looked like. And then when you flip it around, I cut it in half, and that post we figure is about 60 years old. So they claim 90-year-old post. So this is not an inexpensive cedar that's going to come down on you in a few years. This is going to be around many years. So just got some nice solid workbenches there. I use these fans. That probably does help with the heating situation, but you surely could put in another source if you so desired. This is a wood shop room. Just a loft up there. We have that is insulated as well. I do not currently heat it. I'll just open up the door if I'm in there working. And then this is the parts room. On a farm, you need a little bit of a supplies, so just with shelving and tools and etc., nuts and bolts and that type of thing. I have not gotten rid of anything that would hinder just getting some animals and going right back in business. So that is, as I mentioned in that text, that's an option that I've just kind of hung on to for someone to see if there's an interest. If not, no big deal. I just planned on having an auction because I have that much. So then this goes into what I call the cold storage, which is a very large, high area, not insulated, not heated, which just has some shelving for some of your utensils to take care of things here, blowers, chainsaws, complete compressor system if someone desires. As you can see, I just have some of the equipment that would maintain it, but this is just a very large area as well. When I spoke about separate electric, what I meant is its own meter. So this is actually a different address, even though it's right close. This was included in just the house and the 30 acres. So I have some fuel tanks there for the diesel or the gas, so one isn't having to pail a lot of cans. So this is what I call the equipment shed. Has a tin roof. I have not had to do anything with that roof. I suppose at some time there would be a need. But for me, it was just basically maybe go check the nails and see if any of those have popped loose. But otherwise, it's very good. Very useful building. Have done many, many different things in here, from hoedowns to church Christmas parties to group functions. We just kind of drape over the tools and clean the floor, and away we go. So this is the equipment shed.